Welcome back, everyone. You've made it through the first module, and here we are already, week 2, module 2. So briefly, we're going to be focusing here on ethics, standards, and nursing frameworks. We're also going to be taking a closer look at psychosocial theoretic basis of psychiatric nursing. And we're also going to be taking a closer look at the biologic foundations of psychiatric nursing also. So this module corresponds with chapters 6, 7, and 8 in your book. I just want to very quickly, again, I know that I did this in the introductory tutorial, but again, just kind of want to take you to module 2 and kind of walk you through that to make sure that you're comfortable. So again, for chapters 6, 7, and 8, we have the guided lecture notes and the PowerPoints that are just supplementary to your textbook. If you find it helpful, great. If you don't, you can just ignore it. I do want to walk you through the module 2 assignments. And again, you're going to notice that I'm looking at this in student preview mode, which is how you are going to be viewing things on your screen also. So again, there are going to be 3 assignments for module 2. Module 2 assignment 1 is going to be a narrated PowerPoint that you'll post to the discussion board. Module 2 assignment 2 is actually a VoiceThread assignment. And then you will have another quiz for module 2, and the quiz is going to be exactly the same layout as the first quiz, right? So it's not timed. You'll see all of the questions at once. You can refer to your book and any other supplementary material that you care to, although you won't need to, but you can only take it once. So again, avoid headaches by not clicking that button until you're ready to begin that quiz. Please don't do that. Okay, so let's take a look at the Module 2 Assignment 1 discussion board. So you are going to choose one psychosocial theory from Chapter 7 in your textbook that you believe has had a strong influence on the specialty field of psychiatric and mental health nursing. You will develop a PowerPoint presentation with a narration recording to share with your peers via the discussion board. So again, your peers are your audience. So keep that in mind as you're developing the PowerPoint. It doesn't matter to me what application you use to make the recording. I love the free version of Screencast-O-Matic, and I use that almost exclusively at this point. But you could also use the PowerPoint program to actually create a narration, and there are a lot of other ways that you can do that. You can even record it on your smartphone and upload it. However you're comfortable is fine with me, as long as you're able to upload that file so that others can view it to the discussion board. Fantastic. So your PowerPoint presentation should include a summary about the theorist, an overview of the theory and main theoretical concepts, the influence that the theory has had on the field of psychiatric nursing. Last, at least 2 examples of how you utilize or how you could utilize the theory in your own practice, even if you're not practicing in a mental health setting. So you are going to use your textbook as one scholarly reference, along with a minimum of one other scholarly reference, and identify both of these references on the last slide. Reply posts are not mandatory for this assignment, but I would certainly encourage all of you, in order to gain a broader and more deep understanding of each of these theories, that you go back and you do review. And please feel free to comment and share positive feedback to your peers. Although I did not make a reply post mandatory for this assignment. So if we click on that and we click on grading information, you're going to see the rubric again that's available. So let's take a really quick look. So it looks like this assignment is worth, is it 15 points? 25 points. And each point is accounted for in this rubric. You'll see maximum points per item of the assignment. So just choosing one theory is worth 1 point. Summary about the theorist, worth a total of 4 points. Overview of the theory and main theoretical concepts. Wow, this part's worth 10 points. I'm going to spend a lot of time developing and summarizing this. The influence that it has had on the field of psychiatric nursing, worth 4. Um, at least 2 examples of how you utilize or could utilize the theory in your own practice, worth a total of 4. And then the use of the required scholarly references and putting them on the last slide, worth a total of 2 points. So again, always use these rubrics. These rubrics will tell you everything that you need to do to score well and to do well on each assignment. So please look at them before you even begin developing each assignment. It will help you, trust me. Okay, let me go back to Module 2 and let's take a look at Module 2, Assignment 2. Okay, so this may be your first VoiceThread assignment. Remember, don't panic. If you haven't already, take a couple of minutes to go into this Assignment Assistance tab. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. There are 2 tutorials on using VoiceThread. Take a couple of minutes of your time, look that over. Here, students will be asked to identify one scope and standard of practice for psychiatric mental health nurses that you believe poses the biggest challenge for implementation in today's healthcare landscape for RNs in America, specifically not APRNs. Okay, these can be found in Chapter 6 in your textbook. You will want to explain why you believe that the scope or standard that you chose is most challenging to implement in detail. Feel free to use examples when applicable to clarify your response. Approach the challenges from a broad perspective. Example, you can talk about it from an organizational standpoint, educational from a role perspective, from the perspective of licensure, certification, etc. You will use your textbook as one scholarly reference along with a minimum of one other scholarly reference, which you will identify verbally in your initial VoiceThread post. Your initial VoiceThread should be a minimum of 2 minutes in length. You will then reply to one of your peers' initial posts. Reply posts should be a minimum of 1 minute in length that includes at least one scholarly reference. You can use your textbook. You can either play devil's advocate and respectfully challenge the content in your peer's post, respectfully being the key word there, or you can add support by providing further research or evidence from another scholarly reference. Feel free to use examples. Now, that's a lot of words for a 2-minute post and a 1-minute post. But again, I just want to make sure that I'm clear in communicating what I'm asking for. So if we click this, I haven't done this before, so we'll see what happens. Oh, it's asking me for this. Let me exit the preview mode and let me pull up the rubric so that you're able to see this for this VoiceThread. Okay, sorry about that. In order to see the grading rubrics for the VoiceThreads, I've included them as Word documents, and I just forgot that I had done that. So you'll see that if you click the grading rubric for Module 2 VoiceThread, you can click on it here. I've already opened it, so let's just take a really quick look at that. Okay, so this assignment is worth a total of 25 points. And again, each of the items or the parts of each assignment are broken down here with the corresponding point values. So for example, identifying the one scope and standard that is the biggest challenge for implementation in today's healthcare landscape is worth a total of 5 points. Explaining why you chose that scope and standard is going to be worth a total of 10 points. So you're going to want to use some examples, maybe from your own professional practice, maybe from something that you read in a scholarly journal article, whatever the case may be, but that component's going to be worth 10 points. Identifying your references in VoiceThread is worth a total of 2.5 points. And again, you're going to have to make this verbally, right? So you're going to be talking either with or without a webcam. You can either just record your voice, or you could record yourself via webcam with your voice. Please don't type your text in here. It's not going to translate well. That's the whole idea behind using VoiceThread. making sure that it's a minimum of 2 minutes in length for your initial response is worth 2.5 points, and then your reply with all of that entails is going to be worth a total of 5 points. So again, use your grading rubrics to guide completion of your assignment. It will help you significantly. And then last, again, kind of looking at this all together, the last assignment is the Module 2 quiz, and we've already talked about that. So this is Module 2. If you have any general course questions, remember to ask them via the discussion board by clicking on this tab, clicking on General Course Questions and Answers, and again creating a thread. And either I or one of your peers will get back to you in a very short period of time. Great work so far. We only have 6 more weeks to go. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.